Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins. I don't know why I'm doing that. I was aiming for like Dickensian street urchin, and I've probably landed somewhere in Melbourne at the turn of the last century. But today I want to talk to you about a pact that almost every musician is told to sign up to if they want exposure, making content for social media. And very specifically, for the six-lettered behemoth that is TikTok. I'm only having a laugh, and I love TikTok. Justin Hawkins rides again. Although I was sceptical at first. Again. I'm not anymore. Well, not about the platform itself. I think it's a laugh. You know, it's good. I do my rapping videos on there and all sorts. Cars are like humans because they go rusty and then they stop working, just like humans do.
Oh, humans.
Anyway, it's a subject that I have spoken about before, the need for artists to promote themselves online. And I did talk about it in some depth, I think, with Devin Townsend. But today, I wish to speak with you about how it relates to a band that you may not have heard of, but whose experience on TikTok tells us something, I think, about the power of that particular platform, both for good and also for bad. Bad for Good, coincidentally, is the solo album of Jim Steinman, who in the days before the internet wrote a lot of songs for Meatloaf, and he wrote that one that was called Total Eclipse of the Heart. Bad for good. You see what he's done there? It's like he's going to be bad for good. It's a play on words. It's clever. People don't do that sort of stuff anymore, do they? Anyway, the band that I'm talking about is Panic Shack. It's a British band, and they've gone viral for this. Yeah, so I've been shown this by my partner, who said, look at these guys, like nobody knows what they sound like, but they do this and they're huge on TikTok. That's a Janet Jackson song, isn't it? So I think there's a feeling among the enthusiasts of TikTok that they've actually hacked it somehow, you know, or at least figured out how to use it effectively to get eyes on what they're doing. For example, this comment here says, open TikTok for the first time this afternoon. I was like, I really hope Panic Shack shows up in my feed. And there it is, first video. Anyway, the dance has led to a rapid increase in followers, a rise in streaming numbers, and ensured that a recent tour completely sold out, which is amazing. I think also the fact that they're doing that thing and it doesn't really sort of give you any sort of hint as to what kind of band they actually are when what you're buying a ticket for, really. Aside from the fact that those personalities are involved, which is enough. That'd be enough for me. I'd go and buy a ticket, and whatever it happens to be, I'd enjoy it, even if it was jazz fusion. And actually, I said that as though I dislike jazz. I actually like jazz fusion, so especially if it's jazz fusion, I'd enjoy that. Because I think the whole thing of TikTok is that it's about the personalities concerned, isn't it? It's not actually about the art, it's content, and the content gives you an insight into the person making it, I think. But Panic Shack's relationship with social media hasn't always been positive. In 2022, the band appeared on the BBC introducing stage at Reading and Leeds to perform their single Ick. It was met by overwhelming hate and top comments including music for people who don't like music. Well, that's what I say about Coldplay.
Does anyone else think it's absolutely fucking mad that you can post comments like that on people's videos?
The 27 Club, of course, refers to a lot of musicians who have ended up not surviving to enjoy their 28th year. Although once you have reached the 28th year, you can stay there for 20, 22, 25, the rest of your life if you want to. You can be 28 forever. But that is one of the most awful things. More or less, if I could paraphrase that comment, I would say, I hope you die soon. That's what that means. It's just really cunty, I think.
Since you've probably seen our hit video, The Ick, we've actually received death threats, if you can believe that, over a song. People will comment on your videos, you're shit, you should stop, and then tell you in the next video, be more likeable.
You know what? If you are sort of vulnerable or fragile, or you're in the early, there are various points in your career when like a little bit of sort of mass. Is it mass? or just some sort of validation from your audience or the people that consume the content that you're making. That actually matters to you in moments when you're vulnerable. And that might be at the very beginning of your career, or it might be at some point when you're sort of having a wobble, or you feel like you're plateauing creatively, and you sort of need some encouragement from your audience. And then the thing about social media is there's a lot of passing trade as well. It's not just your followers that feel obliged to sort of chime in and say something fucking awful. I mean, it happens all the time. I think the one of the worst places used to be YouTube comment section, and some of the things that I've seen written about me in my things have been quite, would have had the potential to be quite upsetting, were it not for the fact that I couldn't give a fuck, But that's because I don't feel vulnerable in this moment, and I think there'll be times when I look at those things and it is just sad, Anyway, the recent post highlighted the comment, I have seen like 30 plus of your videos all doing the exact same dance in different outfits and still have zero clue what your band sounds like or who you are. Now that says something about the nature of a TikTok audience, I suppose. Like, you'll look at the dance and you go, oh, it's a band, they're doing that dance, but that's not their music, that's Janet Jackson. I wonder what their music sounds like. Oh, look, there's a dog that can read music and speak. Oh no, it's overdubbed. Oh yeah, no, and here's some other shit. They'll move on to the next, whatever the next reel happens to be, before they have a chance to explore the initial one. But the numbers speak for themselves. Anyway, in response, the band declared that they've performed their last dance and posted about a forthcoming tour, a debut album, and a new single called Thelma and Louise. So I'm going to cover the single. How about that? Here we go. Let's have a little look. Okay. I knew it. Brilliant. So it's in D. And then the second chord is like the way to achieve it is to transpose the shape that you use your fingers with a first position D. So, and then you move it up to here. Now I love that. That's like it's a kind of sort of guitar playing economy, or economical guitar playing rather, that you'd hear Jimmy Page doing, or it's definitely like the first part of Wholehearted by Extreme. And I like that sort of type. What does that remind me of?
Cause I'm Patty and you are Selma, like Thelma and Louise, we're in it together. I'll do the crime, you bring the gun. We can sack it up, we can go on the run. Sack it up and go on the run.
This is brilliant. Sack it off and go on the run.
Cause you're the love of my life. Don't want a husband, don't need a wife. What we've been through and what we see, no one else can come in between. I'd fight for you, I'd die for you, I'd lie for you, I'd cry with you.
That sort of listing the various different things that rhyme with I reminds me a little bit of Robin Hood and the Prince of Thieves. But it had a Bryan Adams song before the guitar solo. It listed all those things in a similar way.
I'd lie for you, I'd cry with you.
At first I thought that was a saxophone, then I thought, is it a stylophone? And then I thought, that is one of the most horrible guitar sounds I've ever heard. I applaud it. God, that sounds like the amp's broken. It's awesome.
Cause I'm Patty and you are Selma, like Thelma and Louise, we're in it together.
I love that green screen hastily assembled behind them.
We can suck it off, we can go on the run.
A leaf blower there to achieve the wind effect of driving. This is a look behind the curtain here, I think. Breaking the fourth wall, as we say.
Cause you're the love of my life. Don't want a husband, don't need a wife. What we've been through and what we've seen, no one else can come in between. I'd fight for you, I'd die for you, I'd lie for you.
Has that tight hi-hat stuff that I mentioned in the Rob Williams episode a little while ago, and also that's very much reminding me of the way Bad Nerves do things. It's like sort of melodic, up-tempo, great, the drumming's great because it has the groove, but it doesn't have the swish. Like, it's not just like a wash of open hi-hat stuff. It's tight and well played. God, what does it remind me of? Oh, there's something in there. I mean, it's a counter melody what the lead guitar's doing, but again, it's doing an ostinato because it's not the same, obviously, as what the lead vocal is doing. But it's a counter melody that repeats while the chord underneath it change from F to G to D, thus changing the experience of hearing that thing as it repeats. You know, it sort of evolves and then goes an octave up. Ah. There's one. Dee, 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 dee. When the F and G happens, it's sort of operating in the A minor pentatonic scale, and then it's that there is very much a Johnny Marrism, if you ask me. Enjoyed that. So yeah, that's what they actually do. One of my other favourite artists, Donny Benet. I'll do a big episode about him soon. But for the first time today, I ventured onto his Instagram account, and I noticed in his About Me section, he'd put full-time content creator, part-time musician, and that is the kind of the reality of it, isn't it? Well, I mean, obviously that was a facetious remark, I think, masquerading as a bio. But I think Panic Shack have absolutely smashed it in terms of using the TikTok platform to get some eyes on the thing they actually do, and I think that's really cool. I do. So let me know what you think. Justin Hawkins rides again. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Watch one of these two videos, and I'll see you cats on the ice. All right. Again.